Around one cactus. Pages 192, 193, and 194. Grade 3rd grade national. Miss Rawan Al-Qaissi. Jordanian International Schools. Hello, my lovely friends. Today we are going to explain the the last unit's lesson. It's called Around One Cactus. The environment, it's in the desert. What it's going to talk about, the animals and the plants which live there in the desert environment. So, I will read the whole lesson, then I will explain with every detail. The prickly cactus with arms raised high was watched by a boy with a curious eye. Who could be living on this arid ground? He asked as the breeze tumbled all around. He observed the giant in the fading lights, but the critters were resting far from sight. So he turned and slowly walked away. Then the creatures woke to play and pray. A leaping rat builds a cozy nest, a sheltered place for her young to rest. Beside the cactus, tall and grand, a haven for creatures in a waterless land. A tiny owl with perfect sight, who sleeps by day and hunts by night, lives high above her neighbor's nest, a special place for young to rest. Beside the cactus tall and grand, a haven for creatures in a waterless land. So as you see, this lesson is a repetition. Whenever we are going to finish page 192 and 193, 190 for the two every line, okay, it's going to be very easy because it repeats the same things it's saying to us. Here, the prickly cactus, it means the cactus that has some prickles, thorns on it, spiky prickles, that if you are going to touch it, they're going to cause you pain and hurt you. The prickly cactus with arms raised high was watched by a boy. So who was watching and observing it very curiously? Curious eye, it means because the boy, he was searching for every answer. He was asking himself about this cactus. He wants to know everything about it, and we name this thing curiousness. So he has a curious eye for that. He was asking who could be living on this dry, no rain ground. He asked as the breeze of the air flow and has falling all around. Here the boy was asking himself and he was observing, very focusing on the prickly cactus and asking himself, who is going to live in this dry land? As the breeze of the air was moving slowly and falling on things. He observed the giant in the fading light. He was observing which giant he was observing. Well, I will tell you which giant. He was observing this giant. The the giant cactus. The giant cactus. The Sahara cactus, okay, it's called Sahara, not Sagaro, Sahara, lives in the Sonoran Desert. It provides all the animals with food, shelter, and moisture as a water thing for animals. So the boy was watching the giant cactus in the disappearing light. There was no light. But the living things, critters, it means living things, were resting far. So he turned and slowly left the cactus. Then all of it, the living things, woke to play and to search for food because now they're hungry. They were hiding maybe inside caves or holes. But now, once they're awake, they're going to go play and search for food. Pray, it means search for food. What are the two synonyms we have here in this page? We have critters and creatures. Critters and creatures. They are synonyms. It means they are words that have the same meaning. Context clues. Okay? Next, on page 194. A leaping rat. This rat that we are talking about, it lives in the desert. It's called a kangaroo rat. A kangaroo rat. It hops over the ground like a kangaroo. It means it jumps like a kangaroo. Okay? So it's called kangaroo rat. And where does it live? In the desert. A jumping rat, a leaping rat, builds a cozy nest. What did he build? He built a cozy, comfortable nest where he can have some rest with his baby rats. A sheltered place, it means like a home, a very safe place for the baby rats to rest. Beside the cactus, tall and grand, a haven. So what the cactus will give the other animals? A haven, a sheltered place, a home. Okay, for creatures, for living things, in a waterless land, in a land that is very dry, that is really, it does rain there. And the other animal that we are going to be introduced in this lesson is the owl. The owl. It's called elf owl. It's called what? Elf owl. Elf owl, it lives in the desert. It's called, why it's called, teacher, elf owl? Because it's one of the world's smallest owl. It's very small, very tiny. A tiny owl with perfect, nice view, because you would love to see it, who sleeps by day and hunts by night, lives high above the kangaroo nest, a special place for young to rest. beside the cactus tall and grand, a haven for creatures in a waterless land. Thank you, my lovely students, and I hope you all going to practice reading over and over. Hope for you a lovely day. Hope for you a lovely day. Thank you.